Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to my March beauty product recap video. So I'm going to be talking about some products that I used throughout May and even before that sort of stood out to me for whatever reason. You know, it's kind of like a favorites and fails, except it's not like just favorites and fails. It's not stuff that I'm like completely raving about or completely ranting about. It's just stuff that I've been using and that was very predominant in whichever part of my beauty routine, basically. If you're wondering about this eye look or anything going on my face, I will have the makeup list in the description box, but also a video coming of the look, so keep an eye out for it. It'll be an Urban Decay based just doing my makeup coming up soon. So let's start. I have a lot of skincare, so I want to talk about skincare first. This is the Sassou Goldwaver Shimmering Ess-Toner. So it's like an essence and toner in one. I talked about this in my last recap. You can see I have a tiny bit left. The reason I want to talk about it is because I fucking love it. A lot of people in that video, I was like, you know, it's got gold flakes in it. I don't know much about gold in skincare. A lot of people were saying that it's not good, it can clog your pores, it can age you, it can do all sorts of things. It's like the second coming of the devil. But for me, this has been amazing. I actually stopped using this because I needed to take a photo of the Sassou products that I have for Instagram, and I was like, well, it's going to be finished if I keep going. So I stopped using it and I put it aside, and my skin has changed so much since I stopped using it. It might be due to something else that I'll talk about next. But my skin is nowhere near as soft and smooth as it was when I was using this. I'm not saying that the gold in it is doing amazing things for my skin, but the juice, the actual like serum, that is good shit. I love this product. It's very expensive. I can't remember how much it is. I'll put it on the screen, but I'm gonna miss this when it's gone. I'm gonna have to like go through my stash and try and find something that can do similar things to this, because my skin has been so soft and so smooth to the touch, and right now it's really like rough. It's going through the retinol uglies, but this was keeping my skin just so nice. I wasn't even using face scrubs because I didn't need it. This was just maintaining softness so well. So I love this product, and I don't care that it's got gold in it, because it works for me. All right, the next one, Somerville. This is the Dermal Quench Liquid Lift. So this, okay, I don't really know how to start with this. This is like a face spray. It's meant to hydrate, and it's also got it's not a retinol, it's something in that family. Let me find out. Okay, so retinol palmitate is the ester of retinol, vitamin A, and palmic acid. And what happens is when it's applied topically and it's absorbed into the skin, it's converted to retinol. And ultimately to retinoic acid, the active form of vitamin A present in retin A. There we go. I still don't 100% understand what that means, but I do know that it is meant to have the effect of like regenerating collagen in the skin. And I started out, the directions for this say to use AM and PM, use twice a day, shake the bottle well, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't going to do that because last month or late in April, I went and had microdermabrasion, and I actually picked up some retinol. I think they're retinol based products, and I was told to like ease myself into them, and I had you know, read about that online as well. And I also used a topical like spot treatment that contains I think retinol or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's so confusing that there's so many different ones. Anyway, I knew that I had to ease myself into it. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I started off using it every second night, and then I built myself up to every night, and now I am using it morning and night, and I'm finally going through the retinol uglies. And the retinol uglies are when the skin gets gross. So I got lipstick on my trays, I can feel it. So right now my skin feels kind of rough and gross from afar. It looks fine. When I get up close, I'm like ugly skin. So I'm kind of working my way through that crappy phase at the moment, so I don't know if this is going to be super effective. I just have to wait and see. I do know my skin is currently you know, still adjusting to it, but I'm hoping for good results. I really had no idea what this product was or what it did. It came in the Meccaland gift bag that we received when we went to the media day, and I looked it up online, and some people were like, I just use this on special occasions when I want like a lift to my face. So I was like, fuck yeah, does this like lift and tighten? I'm so excited. It doesn't do that for me. It does nothing when I apply it initially, so I'm hoping for more long-term benefits from it. The interesting thing about the applicator, it is a spray applicator with a nozzle, and you can either spray it all over your face and neck, or you can apply it to your hand and then pat it into your skin. I choose to apply it to my hands first because spraying it on my face, it gets a bit burny around my eyes, and I am actually using a different retinol or retinoid, or I don't know, retin something around my eyes at the moment, so I don't want to double up on that. But I am going to keep you guys updated on this. I wanted to talk about it in this video while I'm still going through the phase of understanding how I feel about it, to sort of introduce it to you guys and, you know, be like, this is what's happening to me right now. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's kind of fun to use because it's got that cool spray nozzle. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll update you next month, because by then I feel like I should have gotten through the ugly phase, and I don't know if I'll be seeing any results by then. But hopefully I'll have some good news. My next product, and I googled this one too, so I'm gonna get my facts straight. This is the Ultraceuticals MD Ultimate Eye Cream. So this one contains Ultra Reti or Reti, which is a trademark to Ultraceuticals. Basically, it's the microparticles advanced retinol stabilization and delivery technology combined with a powerful complex of firming peptides, and this is meant to help visibly smooth and reduce the look of fine lines under the eyes. So I started off using this every second night as recommended, and it started out a little bit sort of tingly, but it was fine. It wasn't like a constant burn or anything like that. And I eventually worked myself up to every night, so I only use this one at night time. Not that you can see it. I did a just doing my makeup where I put, I didn't have this on, I actually had this on, which is the Origins GinZing Refreshing Eye Cream. I'll talk about that in a minute. I had that on and I put the Colourpop concealer over the top, and it looked like everything was like balling up. My skin looked dry and flaky. It was like, oh, it wasn't very nice. And I was a little bit like, I wasn't too sure if like it was the retinol uglies or if it was actually the Colourpop concealer. I think, guys, this is gonna happen a lot. I'm gonna get lipstick on my trays because I'm wearing my Invisalign. Anyway, point is, after that, it didn't happen again. So I'm kind of wondering if it was maybe just Colourpop concealer mixing with this guy and they're not getting along, or maybe I was just having like a flaky skin day. I don't know. Anyway, when I started using this every night, there was one night I was applying it, and on this eye where the lines are a little bit more intense under the eye, they looked worse, and I was like, oh God, I've heard about this. I've heard about how everything gets worse before it gets better. I do feel like they're starting to improve. It's not looking as deep under there, which is great. So far I'm really enjoying this, and if it works for me, I will maintain purchasing this, because if this does help to diminish the fine lines, I'm gonna be like, I'm down. I will pay for it. It's fine. I'm willing to put in the money for something that works effectively. Also, something I noticed, I use this, like I take it sort of, you know, all the way down here, all under the eye, because I still have some like fine lines coming down here. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a tiny little dot there. That was a scar from a spot that I had like early in the year, and it wouldn't go away, and it was raised. And one day I washed my face in the morning, and I came into my room to put on my face cream, and I noticed that there was a big piece of skin that had lifted up, and I just sort of like, you know, brushed it away, and the skin there was flat. So I feel like this helped to sort of like, I don't know, do something to that. So that was really exciting for me. I was like, oh my God, fix all my problems. It's not going to fix all my problems, but I'm really happy with how that's going. Very exciting. 2 more eye creams, actually 3 more eye creams. Fuck. All right. GinZing, or Origin's GinZing Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff. I've been using this mostly during the day, and it is an illuminating eye cream, so it's got like a bit of a shimmer in it. It smells fresh and lovely. I quite like this. I'm not sure that it's really hydrating enough for me, especially since I'm using that retinol based product. But I think it sits really nicely under makeup. If you want an illuminating eye cream, that could be a really good one to look into. I don't completely love that it's in a pot. That's definitely a personal thing. If they had this in a tube, I reckon it'd be so much better, but I do really like it. And it doesn't like, it's not really greasy under the eyes either, so like, you know, makeup sits over it really well. This here from Dermalogica, it's the multivitamin Power Firm. This is lovely. This is kind of like a balmy product, or maybe like balmy silicone-y, and it smells like berries. It smells so freaking good. And basically what I've been doing with this, you can see like it just disappears into nothing. I've been using this under my eyes and layering it with my other eye products. So I'll put this on, let it completely absorb, and then I might go in with a little bit of this, or I'll put this on, let it completely absorb, and go in with a little bit of this. I don't do it every day, but every now and then I use it. It smells amazing. Can't say I've seen any huge amazing results just from this, but the smoothing effect is so nice. And I actually particularly like to use this on days when I'm not using makeup or not wearing makeup at all, because it gives a really nice sort of diffused smooth look under the eyes. So I like that one. I'm very happy to have it in my rotation. And the last one, last eye cream. I don't feel like I can talk about this too much because I haven't been using it a whole lot. I have been favoring the Origins over this, but I'll tell you why. This is a Drunk Elephant C-Tango multivitamin eye cream. Another one that came in the Mecca gift bag. God, they gave us a lot of eye products. This gives me a bit of burny around the eyes, which makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't mind when it's like something like this that I know is quite strong. It doesn't bother me too much. And also I notice with this one, the sort of tingly burny feel went away very quickly, and also after using it for, you know, a couple of weeks, I don't get that feeling at all. Whereas this one, I was using this during the day, like in the morning. I was getting it every single time I used it, and it wasn't, you know, diminishing over time. And it sort of tingle burned for an extended period. So maybe a little bit uncomfortable. I'm still a little bit on the fence about this one. I don't know how I feel about it. I do want to continue giving it a go, but that burny tingle for the extended period makes me a little bit nervous, because products in the past that have done that to me have left me with, like, it's almost like a contact dermatitis or something on my eyelids. So I am a little bit hesitant about that, but again, I think I'll update you. You know, maybe next month I might try and give this a go again and see how I feel about it. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Okay, I have a hair product before I move on to makeup products. This is the Percy and Reed Wonder Overnight Recovery. So this is a product, let me cross my legs and get comfy. This is a product that you put in dry hair and you leave it in overnight and you wash your hair the next day, and it's supposed to help like hydrate and maybe repair, I don't know, what do you do? Nourish and rehydrate, and helps to resist humidity and fight frizz. Oh, and boost shine. You know, I would believe all of that. This is fucking great stuff. So I think this came out of an advent calendar, and I was just looking for something that I could sort of put in my hair as a pre-wash treatment, and I'm like, there is no way in hell I am putting this in my hair and leaving it overnight and getting it all over my pillows. But I think you probably could, because it does seem to absorb into the hair after a while, not instantly, but after a bit of time, and your hair feels quite dry to the touch. So maybe that would be okay. I'm not going to do that because I am concerned about like the hair touching my face and then potentially this breaking my skin out. I'm like really paranoid about getting breakouts in my skin after what I went through with it earlier this year and late last year. But this, when you put it in your hair and you leave it in for a couple of hours and you wash it out, your hair is so soft and silky, and I definitely think it adds shine. The only thing that annoys me about it is the scent. It's quite strong. I'd call it like a musky floral. And when you wash your hair, even if you like shampoo your hair and condition your hair, I can still smell this in my hair. So that is probably the only thing I don't like about it. But the product itself and how it works on my hair, oh, I really enjoy it. Okay, I feel like I've raved about so many things. I need to rant about something. Although it's not really a rant, it's just a kind of like, MAC Fix Plus Pink Lite. So this is one of the Fix Pluses with the like shimmery stuff. So you can see it all there at the bottom, all pulled down here. Give it a shake, and then it sort of diffuses throughout the bottle. Not that you can bloody see it. It's so hard at the moment, guys. It's like autumn / coming into winter, and it's really dark outside, and like, I've got the lights to brighten things up, but then it washes out everything else. Who cares? Anyway, you've probably seen pictures of this, so you know what it looks like. But my issue with this is, oh my god, it smells fucking amazing. Oh, I can't even tell you, like, that is one of the best smells in the whole world. But the shimmer in it it's too much. So you spray it on and, like, I don't know if I'll be able to show you. You get like splotches. Like, it's a fine mist, but you still get splotches of like big wet patches on your skin. Maybe you can see some of them there. They're like, you know, around here. Anyway, when they dry on your face, you'll have like pink dots, and it's just, it's a bit, like, I like it in theory. I like the whole all over shimmer thing in theory, and where it does go on really fine and evenly, it's quite pretty. But where it splotches on the skin, I'm not a huge fan. I have actually used this on my body, and that's where I love it, because you can blend out the splotchy bits. Like, you can just sort of like pat your skin and the blotchy bits won't dry as big pink dots on your body, but you can't really do that on your face when you're spraying it over makeup. So in theory, I love it. On my body, I really enjoy it, but actually using it is a bit sad. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. Ulta 3 Lightening and Darkening drops. So I used the Darkening drops in a Just Doing My Makeup video, and I really, really liked them. They were very effective, and they didn't change the formula or the pigmentation of the foundation, which is great. I would definitely recommend these if you are looking for drops to deepen a foundation for summer, or maybe you bought one that's simply too light for you. Great. I've been using them quite a bit recently, and yeah, loving them. I will say it's quite thick, you could probably see there, and the dropper, like, it can make it difficult if you only need the tiniest bit, because like the dropper will give you a full drop, and these are very, very pigmented, so you really only need a little bit unless you're trying to go like a few shades darker. To combat that, I just use like a little makeup spatula, and I just like scrape a tiny bit off the side of the dropper. I also used the Lightening drops on a foundation that is too dark for me, and these work great as well. I haven't used them as much because I don't have a lot of foundations in my stash that are too dark for me, but they do work, and I wanted to like update you guys on that because I didn't use these in the original video. So there you go. Okay, last thing, this is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. I have the shade 250 Bisque, and this is a perfect match for me. This concealer is so nice. It is extremely pigmented, and you only need the tiniest little dot to get a job done, and it goes a really long way. This does have a bit of a tacky formula, but that tackiness makes it a little bit thicker, which means you get much more full coverage. So if you're not looking for a full coverage concealer, you probably won't want this one. But I've been adoring this. And look at, it is literally, it's a perfect match for me. It is immaculate. I have been using this a lot under my eyes and around my face recently. It's just, I don't know, it just sits so nicely. And usually with like thicker, fuller coverage concealers, I put them under my eyes and they look cakey as fuck. But because this is so high coverage, if you just use a tiny bit and like really blend it out, pat it in with your fingers, give it a little not a massage, but you know, marry this product into your skin with your fingers. It just looks, it looks beautiful. Not cakey, not chunky, just, oh, I love. Alright guys, so that's it for me today. Feel free to let me know about any products that stood out to you this month, whether it be for a good reason, a bad reason, or if you are totally on the fence about them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!